Good morning and welcome to the Cat's Eye News. I'm Lexi Whalen.
And I'm Noah Canales. U.S. military troops on a mission assisting Somali ground forces were recently attacked, resulting in the death of one U.S. military member and the wounding of two others. The attack took place about 40 miles west of Mogadishu, near the town of Bari. The wounded are currently receiving medical attention while the mission continues.
Cinco de Mayo is today, and it honors the anniversary of the May 5, 1862 Battle of Puebla. The clash, which took place during the French-Mexican War, featured a vastly outnumbered Mexican army and their unlikely victory over Napoleon troops. This victory was huge for the Mexicans, and this holiday has been celebrated all around the nation for the past couple centuries. People often participate in parades, celebrations, and get-togethers with traditional Mexican food and decorations to honor this win.
Today wraps up our coverage of Teacher Appreciation Week with a feature of English teacher Hattie McGuire. Emily has more.
Hattie McGuire has been teaching for 16 years and has left an impact on many students' lives.
I love working with high school students. You guys are hilarious and infuriating and funny and smart, and I think that it's super fun to work with a bunch of young adults.
I think what makes Mrs. McGuire such a great teacher is that she's not afraid to tell you that you're wrong or that you did poorly on something. And she'll offer you a lot of helpful critique and criticism, which helps you get better.
She really just pushes all of her students and wants the absolute best for them.
So Mrs. McGuire was one of those teachers that really cared about her students and not just getting good grades for her own self. She really cared how we did, and she was always there to help us if we needed anything in English or if we needed anything just in general. If we were having a bad day, she could always make you smile and make you feel better about the day.
I think she really made you want to do better instead of you feeling obligated, you have to do this for class or do something else. She really made you motivated, even if you didn't like English all that much.
Even though you are hilarious and smart and funny, y'all need some guidance. And I think that if we don't have high school teachers who actually like high school kids and want to work with them and help them think about the things that are important to them and figure out how to communicate what's important to them and figure out how to conduct themselves in the adult world, nothing's ever going to get fixed in this world. So you need us.
Juniors can now buy Class of 2018 senior shirts. Shirts can be purchased online between now and May 10th. Any questions can be directed to teacher Linda Fairlam in room 260. Rock the Boxes tonight in the Black Box Theater at 7 p.m. The cost is $5. That's all for your school news. Now over to Shannon with today's sports.
Thanks, Lexi. Last night, the girls' soccer team suffered a loss against baseline rivals Northville. The final score was 3-0. The girls' varsity lacrosse team was also defeated last night against Salem. The final score of that game was 11-7. Game standouts were goalie Mariah Smythe with 19 saves, Alexa Cotter with 3 goals, Rachel Bayer with 2, and Katie Novell and Hannah Richardson with 1 apiece. Today, boys and girls track teams have an invitational against Saline High School. They have another invitational tomorrow at South Lyon High School starting at 9. The boys varsity golf team has a match today at 3:30 at Walnut Creek against Livonia Stevenson. They have a busy weekend with an invitational tomorrow at Hudson Hills Metro Park starting at 8:30. The tennis teams have their rescheduled KLAA conference crossover today at 4 against Brighton. Varsity will be at home and JV is competing at Brighton High School. The boys and girls lacrosse teams also have games tonight. Both teams are away, but the girls will be playing at Canton and the boys are headed to Howell. Both JV games are at 5:30 and both varsity games are at 7. Last night, the Detroit Tigers game against the Cleveland Indians was postponed due to inclement weather. The NHL Stanley Cup playoffs are well underway. The Nashville Predators lead the St. Louis Blues 3-1 in their series. If they win, they will compete against the winner of the Edmonton Oilers and Anaheim Ducks series, which is currently tied at 2 wins apiece. The New York Rangers and Ottawa Senators are also currently tied with 2 wins each. The winner of that series will play the winner of the Pittsburgh Penguins and Washington Capitals series, which is currently 3-1, with Pittsburgh leading the Capitals. That's your Friday sports report. Now back to the desk.
That's all for today's news. I'm Lexi Whalen.
And I'm Noah Canales. Have a great weekend, Novi.